Brexit remains a divisive issue as the UK and EU continue to clash over a number of issues. Recently, London and Brussels have come to blows over the Northern Ireland Protocol as Prime Minister Boris Johnson calls for a change to the Brexit withdrawal agreement. The EU is livid, accusing the UK of failing to implement the deal it signed up to, but the government has accused Brussels of being inflexible. Clashes over fishing, financial services and vaccines have left relations between the EU and UK strained. In 2019, experts offered their views on how Brexit could impact the UK, the EU and their relationship in the future. Oxford University's Professor of European Studies, Timothy Garton-Ash said the UK leaving the EU could weaken the Union. He added, the fact that Western Europe's three major powers, Britain, Germany and France, are all members of the EU, which has helped Europe to function in a stable way for many decades. Removing the UK from that triangular relationship is likely to change the delicate balances between member states and to ultimately weaken the Union. What's more, if, post-Brexit, there is ongoing tension between Britain and the EU, the UK may be tempted to try to divide and rule in Europe, thus further weakening the continent. University of St Andrews professor Conan Fisher, author of A Vision of Europe, warned that a weaker union would open up space for right-wing populists to garner more support. He said, any weakening of the European Union will sadly increase the risk of right-wing populist nationalism gaining further support in many parts of our continent. French President Emmanuel Macron admitted in January 2020 that Brexit is a wake-up call for the EU, indicating that it must change in order to preserve its future. He said, it is a historic alarm signal which must resound in each of our countries, be heard by all of Europe and make us think. The French president warned, however, that the UK will not enjoy the same rights it once had now it is a third country. He said nothing would change, in a practical way, regarding ties between France and the UK, but warned that, it will not be the same relationship, adding, British people have chosen to leave the European Union. They will, no longer have the same rights. In July, it was reported that more than 8 in 10 business owners believe Brexit will have a long-term negative impact on trading, with almost half reporting a hit from the UK's exit from the EU. The survey conducted by the newspaper found the COVID-19 pandemic has hit firms harder than Brexit, but that in the longer term the ending of free trade with the EU will have a more detrimental effect. Alex Altman, head of the Brexit advisory team at Blick Rothenberg, said, while 47% of the respondents said that the first 6 months after Brexit had either a negative or very negative impact to their business, close to 80% said the disruptions due to the pandemic had an even more negative impact to their business than Brexit. However, over 80% of respondents also said that in the longer term, Brexit will have a negative impact overall and their expectation is that the UK economy will shrink due to the Brexit deal. British goods exports to the EU rose to their highest since October 2019 in May, official data showed. Britain's Office for National Statistics said goods exports to the European Union, excluding precious metals, rose to £14 billion in May on a seasonally adjusted basis. However, overall trade with the EU lagged behind growth in sales to the rest of the world, and business groups said they still faced extra red tape dealing with European customers and suppliers as a result of Brexit. William Bain, the head of trade policy at the British Chambers of Commerce, commented on the data, saying, while we are seeing a modest pickup in demand for UK goods in the last month as economies reopen, the overall climate remains fragile. Total goods exports of £27.9 billion, excluding precious metals, were the highest since January 2020, just before the coronavirus pandemic began to cause disruption.